LeBron may be a king on the court, but dresses like a jester off it, wearing this ugly sweater to his post-game news conference after Game 1. But hey, if it's good enough for the MVP, it's good enough for me. The Heat came in tonight as heavy favorites and did little to dispel that motion. Before the game, fans got shirts that said "Witness Miami," and boy did they witness some greatness. LeBron James, 27 points, 10 boards, 8 assists. He was simply unstoppable tonight, 9 of 11 from the field, very efficient for King James. A 110-87 victory live from the American Airlines Arena. It could be over quick for Fear the Deer and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat are heading out to the Windy City to get ready for one of their tougher matchups during their winning streak as they take on the Bulls tomorrow night in Chicago. It's unclear if Dwayne Wade will suit up, but LeBron James has been tough to stop lately. Monday night, LeBron fell a rebound shy of a triple-double in the Heat's 108-94 win over Orlando. And then after the game, a LeBron video bomb. Taking a cue from Chris Bosh, he does it all. Miami goes for their 28th straight win tomorrow night. Shane Larkin and the Canes are in Washington, D.C. tonight. A few dozen of the team's most faithful fans showed up for a send-off this afternoon at the Bank United Center. The Canes will play Thursday against Marquette without big man Reggie Johnson, who had a procedure on his knee earlier in the day. Still, the Canes seem confident for their Sweet 16 showdown and are excited to play on the big stage. The Panthers on the ice in Toronto, third period, game tied at 2. Phil Kessel finding Joffrey Lupul, who puts the biscuit in the basket. He beats Jacob Markstrom. He's happy. Panthers fans, not so much. The Cats lose again, 3-2 the final. On to soccer, the USA and Mexico meeting in a World Cup qualifier late in the first half. USA on the attack, but unable to convert. This game is scoreless at the half in front of nearly 100,000 fans at Estadio Azteca. That's all the time we have here for Local 10 Sports. I'm Michael Perchick. Thanks for watching and have a good night. 2009 Yankee slugger and Miami native Alex Rodriguez donated $3.5 million to the University of Miami in order to renovate Mark-Light Field. With his name coming under drug suspicion in the biogenesis scandal, many are asking, is it time for the university to take his name off the ballpark? Who's the right guy to lead this team back to prominence? Enfield obviously is a very hot name so far, but I think we have to look at the UCLA job like this. Shaka Smart's turned him down. Brad Stevens turned him down. Fred Hoiberg's turned him down. This isn't an elite job right now, so I'm going to go with a guy who's not even a head coach, has no head coaching experience, Brian Shaw. He's the associate head coach with the Indiana Pacers. He was a point guard with the Lakers. He's from Oakland, played at St. Mary's, played at UC Santa Barbara, knows the area really well, and I think with his knowledge of the area, he can do a great job recruiting. I have 374 Twitter followers. I see you're pretty popular on Twitter yourself. Now, in front of all our 10 fans here, will you pledge to be Twitter follower number 375 for @TheRealPerchick?
Yes, I will.
That's great, because no matter what, I could have edited it back anyway and said yes for you. So that's great. Duke Johnson will be my newest Twitter follower. The Canes came in second place at the Tiger Invitational this weekend at Clemson University. But the real difference has been out of the water, where they've ditched weights for machines like these. Last week's Boston Marathon bombing shocked Americans throughout the country. But for two South Florida teens, it was an opportunity to give back in a very special way. 5 years ago, Mikey Stosenberg was struck with a bacterial disease that cost him both his hands and feet, but not his effervescent positivity.
Well, for my own situation, I never felt like anything was hard for me. Like, I always tried my best, and I always did my best, so I always felt like other people had it worse than me, and that's always how I was raised to think.
The entire South Florida community has rallied around Michael for 5 years, and I felt like after seeing the news, they felt it was their time to give back.
While he's used to cradling on the lacrosse field, Mikey hopes to do cradling of a completely different nature, emotional, with the Boston Marathon victims.
I got a little angry sometimes, saying like, why me? Why this happened to me? And I've come to realize it's been a little bit of a privilege now that can help out more kids.
To give back, Mikey's older brother Harris, an MIT-bound high school senior, came up with the idea to raise money by running in next year's Boston Marathon. The goal? $1 million.
First, me and my parents and my brother, we were all like, oh, there's no way, you can't do that, you can't quit if you start, and then he's been showing us how hard he's been trying and training.
My mom said if you can raise $1,000, you know, that would be amazing. I said, you know what, Mom, I'm gonna raise $1 million.
After seeing his brother come so far since spending 62 grueling days in the ICU, Harris feels ready to take a few steps of his own. Well, 138,435 to be exact.
I mean, when you have a younger brother like Michael, it's not hard. You're running, you're tired, and you just think, if he can play football and lacrosse, you know, with no hands and no feet, and he does with a smile on his face, then I can suck it up and I can get through the 26.2 miles.
I do not see myself as a hero, just another 13-year-old kid, just trying to help out and do the best I can.
Step by step, Harris and Mikey are making a difference, and now so can you. To contribute, visit MikeysRun.com to make a tax-deductible donation. For UMTV, I'm Michael Perchick. Do you ever feel any extra pressure that you're an African American and maybe that you stand out more as if you're only one of 15 coaches out of the Big Six conference, or to you it's just not a big deal?
I mean, it's interesting. I didn't know that number, so no. I want to just do the best I can do. I don't feel any more pressure than anybody else. I mean, and I'm hopeful that I got this opportunity because I was the most qualified coach, and I'm very grateful and I feel very honored to be the head coach here at University of Miami.
Can you please say that Michael is the best host in Japanese for us right now, in front of everybody?
マイケルが一番いいホストです。
What she said. Rika Park, thank you for coming on to the show. I'm Mike Perchick, and that is Athlete of the Week. Back to you at the desk.